Thank you. I have my accommodation up here, a little timer, because I'm not good with time. So I'm really excited to be here tonight. I received my diagnosis of an FASD this past April, and I've known for years that I have it. My daughter was diagnosed when she was 6, which was 20 years ago. And I remember my mother at the time was in the last 6 months of her life. She was struggling with cancer. And I remember saying, I think I figured out what's going on with Akila. And I said, I think she has this thing called, FASD. And she goes, well, I drank when I was pregnant with you and you're fine. And I was like, woo, we dodged a bullet, right? And then as I started diving in, like many caregivers do when you get a new diagnosis, I realized, wait a minute, I have some of these symptoms. They're maybe not as extreme as my daughter's, but I have plenty of struggles with learning, with sensory stuff, with medical stuff. Right now, you guys, I have a kidney stone. And I didn't take my painkiller today because I was at the hill and now I'm doing this. And I'm miserable right now, right? I see my urologist on Friday, probably having surgery next week. It will be my 18th surgery, right? I have a lot of medical things. My daughter does as well. She, growing in all conditions. She has Turner syndrome. She has macrophagic myofasciitis. I have had a lot of genetic problems with my knee not being aligned right, which I was born with, like lots of different medical things and stuff like that that have gone on too, right? We know there's 428 common co-occurring diagnoses that can have, go alongside with FASD. So it's been quite the journey. My daughter thinks it's so cool that I'm diagnosed with it too, right? She just thinks it's the coolest thing. She was so excited. I was excited too, because it really answered a lot of questions for myself. I've been giving myself a lot more grace. And over the years, I have naturally made a lot of accommodations for myself. But now I'm being even more patient with myself and the things that I do struggle with, and advocating even more for myself. I actually finally started on medications for sleep, which I do not sleep well, right? So it really just has answered questions for me, and it's kind of funny. Every couple of months, I realize a new symptom. Not a new symptom, a symptom I've had my whole life. Like I was saying this to Emily at the table, I'm a really picky eater, right? And I've gotten better in my adult years, but I'm still pretty picky. But as a kid, peanut butter and jelly is what I lived on. Right? And I remember my dad, at my graduation high school grad party, they had a jar of Jif peanut butter in the middle of a tray with peanut butter sandwiches, because peanut butter and jelly, because that's what I still liked. So I have a lot of the symptoms, and I do a lot of coaching and training with families, and I'm able to, I've been saying this for years, but I'm like, I understand why our kids can't sleep. I can't sleep, right? They're not trying to make you miserable. This is one of the symptoms, right? And so with, in my journey, connecting with other caregivers and other people with an FASD has been the most effective thing for me. There was some great professionals we encountered in our life, but a lot of professionals that actually harmed our family by giving us advice that was not brain-based and didn't understand what we were dealing with. And so this is why I'm so happy to be involved with FASD United. I'm excited that you guys are all here. And the money that you give to this organization helps families like mine, helps individuals like me and my daughter and the hundreds of families that I work with and the professionals too, because literally, if we don't understand how to better support these individuals who have an FASD, the outcomes are hard. Susan was talking about that when we provide the right interventions and supports, they do better. My daughter at 26, who is one of the hardest in the state of Minnesota, I've been told by the Department of Human Services over the years, is thriving. She has gone 3.5 years with no physical aggression because she has the right supports around her. And so thank you for what you do. Thank you for the donations and the support, because it does make a huge difference. So thank you.